Hi, hello. All right, just a quick little anecdote that I came across last night when I was going to sleep as I was trying to go to sleep and then I just like kept getting downloads and I just kept flipping on the side table lamp and just taking notes for like 2 hours. I'm not complaining though. Dude, okay, so interesting. I think an interesting anecdote is having a sustainable support system. And essentially, what I came to the conclusion of, because I have been studying Buddhism and specifically Zen Buddhism for a while, as well as other religions, but I prefer Zen Buddhism just as like a preference. But uh, I'm like, oh, I understand these concepts. But then as I have progressed through life, I understand that these types of frameworks, religion or some sort of philosophical frameworks, truly are sustainable support systems. And I say that because there are certain things, I mean, life is going to be tumultuous as far as, and capricious as far as events go. So, like, unexpected, expected, the whole gamut. So, I anticipate to be experiencing life, right? So, the varying degrees of life. Of course, I live preventatively to, maybe not experience some, like there are some that can be avoided based off of like certain cause and effects. But knowing this, it's also comforting to know that I can go somewhere and have some sort of strength to understand what it is. So for me, I guess the download that I got was that the philosophical belief systems of what life is from Buddhism, say, truly are concrete, reflective places to go throughout life. So, like, if I eventually have kids, which I would love to have kids, I mean, I'm going to experience things that right now I can't even fathom, and I will then have new questions that arise, such as, I don't know, handling different temperaments, or like my relationship with those things, and like what kind of person I want to be as a parent, or I don't know. I'm sure that there's a list, and I'm not gonna be able to think about them because what you don't know, you don't know. But I guess this is just a video on like understanding what types of sustainable support systems you want in your life, as well as are available. So I think emotional support systems are really important. So having people that will just, listen to what I have to say. Like if I'm just like, hey, I really need to get this off my chest. Can I just vent to you for like a hot second? And I'm not necessarily asking for your advice. I just want to vent. And so that's really important. And talking about things is really important. So having someone who you can have a baseboard with, so they can reflect back things to you. So social emotional support, and people that can also emotionally recognize what you're going through. They might not need to take it on, but just be like, oh my gosh, yes, that makes sense. Like you have all these deadlines right now. It sounds like you're really stressed. It makes sense because there's all these other things going on. It's gonna be okay. Like, so someone that validates what you're going through, because validation is really important, and I've kind of wrestled with that. So validation in regards to like someone witnesses your suffering, which is also important, I think, as far as like therapy goes and suffering goes. Like one of the biggest things is having one of the biggest gifts, I forget who said this, but is having someone witness your suffering, because then it almost provides allowance for you to let go of it. So I think therapy is a beautiful method of that. But so yeah, having an emotional support system, super important. But then also a philosophical support system that you can go to internally, because it resonates with you and it has a resounding reverberation that every time you go to it, you're like, yes, I feel solid about this. I can believe in it, because it, of course, has to align with like what you want your life to be like, how you want to be thinking about life, where you want to go. Because I mean, and this could be strictly scientific, it could be philosophical, it could be spiritual, it could be logistical. But whatever it is, I think it's so immensely important to know, to have a foundational belief system that you agree with and that's yours. So, I mean, religion is not necessarily yours, but you actively choose it, that it resonates with you. Of course, do no harm. Like, it doesn't do any harm. You're practicing do no harm. You don't want to involve other people, and also do no harm to yourself. So, yeah, I guess this video is just my last night downloads of, and it's not like this is a new theory or thought at all. It's just such an interesting concept to think that no matter what happens in life, I have a sustainable system, support system that's philosophical. It's a belief system that actually solidifies and maybe synthesizes a lot of the things I'm going through that I couldn't even have thought of the words before. And that's so much of what religion is, and like spiritual sacred literature is, you know, communication about something that's so complex and multidimensional, in such a quick synopsis of words. And it's beautiful. Language, words are beautiful. I'm a huge romantic when it comes to words. I love them. And as you'll probably tell, I'll play with them quite frequently. I get quite creative. Anyways, having a belief system that you believe in and that will be sustainable. But also, I think that going forward, if you don't agree with some of it, it's like you don't have to agree with it. I think it's a consistent practice of life is research. And that's what one of my mentors says. She's a Zen priest. That life is research. So you're not going to agree with everything. And that's something that's ever evolving. And if you don't agree with it, then it's like, do I not agree with it because I'm in denial? Or do I not agree with it because it doesn't align, it doesn't feel right in my body? You could argue that that's somewhat of the same thing. But anyways, leave comments. I want to know your thoughts on this. I mean, it's a fairly general topic and understanding, but there's so much depth that could be had in this. Anyways, I hope you have a great day and are enjoying the spring. Okay, bye. Oh, it's a long video. Wow, 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Hello.